We made it to 2026.
That's right. That's right. We did. Awesome. We're going to give everybody just a couple more minutes because we still got them all coming in here. Awesome. All right. Oh, yeah. 12:01. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. First of all, welcome to our wonderful ABC Town Hall. And I'm going to do a lot of talking today. And so please take a moment, and if you have any questions kind of as we go, add them to the chat. Make sure I can do this. So just some of the things that we'll go over today. Of course, all of ABC, so it will be, quite a bit of information. We're going to go over some of 2025 education, how we're rebuilding the membership experience, travel and revenue, of course, a brand new designation track. We will talk about World of Weddings, ABC Weddings Unveiled, which is the new ABC podcast. We're going to talk about ABC Trendsetter Awards, and then just kind of go through, a summary of all that we went through and that we will see in 2026. One of the main parts that we'll go through is how members should get involved. We see a lot of people join ABC and are members of ABC for years and years. I've never seen them on a webinar or in person at any meetings or at WOW. So we're going to go through just some different ways that all of you could take advantage of your benefits. All right. So some of the things, of course, it's where we've been, where we're going, and how you are going to be a part of it. Just some quick housekeeping things. Please make sure that you submit your questions in the chat. I will take a break every now and then to kind of go through those. And then when we get to some of the other leadership team parts, they'll go ahead and answer questions there too. Or if there are a lot of questions, um, some of the leadership team will just answer your question in the chat. So you have that. But mainly the purpose of this meeting is to foster, that's a little play on words, Veronica Foster, get it? Open communication and collaboration between leadership and members. So one of the things, I want to make sure that you all know is that you can call. McCole answers the phone. She will get you one of the leadership team on the phone. We are accessible, and we want you to make sure that, if you need help or assistance or have a question, just reach out. All right. So we are evolving. ABC has been making a lot of changes over the last couple of years, and now we are going into year three, of under new ownership and new leadership. So we want to make sure that we're, turning this boat in the right direction. Of course, the industry is changing, so we want to make sure that we're changing with that. Professionalism is important. One of the things I know, me personally, I want to make sure is that all of our members are professionals, that this is a career, a business that you want to run. And if by chance it is your hobby, you still are that professional. So you can, make the money that you're owed. And then, of course, we do the town hall because you all deserve clarity, value, and opportunity. So this here will give you hopefully all of those. So just to go through 2025, so I'm not glad it's over, but time for some new stuff too. We did have a very slow membership growth. It would be 8% if we include those that are slow to renew. We have some members who may not renew for 3 or 4 months in between membership, so 8%. We did expand our education network and added instructors for our courses. So that was, a really big win. We have one of our instructors, Tiffany, going to start her fall classes. Well, spring, I guess it would be in the next 2 weeks at a college. So that I think that's fantastic. The growth of ABC's influence as an industry standard. So a lot of the other organizations are finally looking at us, to whereas before we would be kind of swept under the rug. And we want to make sure that they see us front and forward, and that they're calling us and wanting to be a part. We redesigned Wedding Planner magazine. I think it looks absolutely great. We've had more readers than a little bit, and I think I put some numbers further on in there. But I know our last issue had over 5,000 eyeballs on it with over 500 hours of reading time. So that means they were actually flipping through and reading the articles, which is great. We're continuing our partnerships. We did add a couple. We're continuing our partnership with Sandals and Beaches, of course. ASTA is a new partnership. IADWP and Style Me Pretty were all added last year. We are working on a couple more. The special event and cater source. We now are the education track for weddings. This year they are out in California. I want to say it's March that is that event. So we have 6 speakers this year with a total of 8 to 10 we could grow to. So that's just phenomenal. We will also be hosting a booth there in 2026. So I'm glad that they're reaching out to us. And all members also, if you wanted to attend the special event and go to the exhibitor area, it is $145. But for ABC members, it's no charge. So you have to pay for the education part, but you do not have to pay for the exhibit hall part. And if you want that code, it's on the blog. So you can just search it there. All right. So this is our main goal. Like, this is the overall goal all of the time. Setting ABC as the industry authority, setting those professional standards, defining best practices, and then, of course, advocating for planners both in hospitality and travel, and then elevating the respect for the profession. The elevating respect for the profession really was the whole reason that I took this on. I'm just kind of tired of everybody looking at the wedding industry as a bunch of hobbyists, and we're not. So we're going to change their minds. I'm going to transfer everything over to Ms. Shelby, who's going to talk a little bit about education, where we're going, because Shelby is on fire this year, and I'm just ready to see all that she does. So, Miss Shelby.
Okay, hello everybody, and a happy new year. I'm going to go through this slide pretty quickly, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit more in detail about some of these things. We have entry level to master education. We've always had entry level to master education, and we want more people applying for the designations from certified to master. We have online, in person, and hybrid options. We're going to be doing more hybrid training because you all asked to not only be online, but you also want to be in person. So we're going to work on that aspect this year. We have a new certification. I'll talk to you about that in just a moment. And we have mentorship and coaching opportunities. We had a very successful mentorship program that launched last year. And we have another opportunity for that program. The second cohort of that program starts in March. I'm only taking 10 people. So if you haven't done so, go ahead and register. You can go online and do that. We have webinars every Wednesday. We have two educational webinars on the first and the third Wednesday, and travel education webinars on the second and the fourth. We went from three webinars in 2024 to 47 webinars in 2025. So we're pretty excited about bringing you webinars every Wednesday. We just want you to come because it takes a lot of time and effort to get you speakers that we think will be of interest to you. I know yesterday's speaker on safety, Joanne Moore, had me making some changes to the way I do things when I go to a shopping center. So every speaker that we bring is someone who can help you with your business or even your personal life. So we would love to see more people attend. We have an average of about 30 of our members signing up and about 25 attending. We would like to see that increase this year, but I'm really grateful for those of you who come. There's also a private Facebook group where you can ask questions to other members or to the leadership team as a whole. And we're just pretty excited about the opportunities we have for you to grow in your business and in your personal life. So for your designations, you start at registered. Just about everybody comes in as registered, and then you can quickly move up based on your documentation of what you have done to move up to certified. Certified, and then professional. Now, to move up, you need documentation for at least 25 points for certified, 50 for professional. When you have questions about certified, anything pertaining to points, anything pertaining to documentation and who you send that information to is to Metcole Council. And when you get to that level of leaving professional and going to accredited and master, that documentation comes to me in the form of a binder. Now, if you, Nicole and I have done training on this, but if you're really interested this year, and I hope you are raising your hand to move your designation to accredited or master, I am doing for the very first time an accountability circle. It's a pathway to accreditation. And it's for professionals wanting to move to accredited and for accredited that want to move to master. I'm really excited about this. It's not a one and done. It's a 6-month coaching program. You're going to come in next week we start. And again, I'm only taking 10. And we're going to go through that points grid and in detail. We're going to find out where you can get points that you didn't think that you could get points. We're going to make sure you have adequate number. We're going to prepare you to go before the master's panel if you successfully complete and submit your binder. All of this is due, masters are due on July the 1st. So this is a 6-month accountability program. You will hold each other accountable for the homework assignments that you will be doing, the homework assignments that I'll be giving to you every month. And then you'll be sharing what your like things that you're going to be doing to help you to get extra points. You'll be sharing that and holding each other accountable along with me, coaching you along the process. So I'm pretty excited about this. And I think that when I looked at it, we had half of the slots filled. So you have the rest of this week because I think we start on the 13th. So if you haven't applied and you're thinking about becoming accredited this year or becoming master, take advantage of this program. It was really designed for you. It's designed for you to help you to kind of give you a little kick and a little push because sometimes you get overwhelmed with that with the point system. Even though we teach it all the time, you still get a little overwhelmed. And I want to break it down to you to make it so easy. It's just like, why did I not understand this? So I'm real excited about that. Okay, Veronica. So education by numbers. I told you all that we did 47 Wednesday webinars. When Veronica asked me to do a webinar every week, I thought she had lost her mind. Absolutely lost her mind because I thought, oh my gosh, we did three. We did three in 2024, and I was struggling to get that done. So to bring you 47 webinars, that's amazing. This year we'll have four workshops. We're going to do them quarterly. Some will be virtual, and there might be one that will be in person. We'll have to make sure we can get the logistics for that. But there will be quarterly workshops. All of the Wedding Wednesday webinars are free. The workshops will have a price attached to them because we're bringing people to teach that workshop, and they're going to be a minimum of 2 hours. We have two coaching mastermind group. We have two mastermind groups. For our masters, we meet twice a year. And this year, I'm going to go down a little bit further because we're talking about masters. This year, we're going to have two master level webinars for just the masters only. And this will be master level webinars. So we have the two master coaching groups, and we call it mastermind. And then we're going to have our two master level webinars for just masters. We have our new specialty certification, which is, I'm so excited about this, Certified Destination Wedding Planner. And where you're going to be able to go from certified up to master with this specialty certification. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. We will have it posted the 1st of February. We're still working and tweaking it. We want to bring you the absolute best program. So those of you who are already masters can also be a master certified destination wedding planner. But you're going to have to start at the beginning again and go up to master. So we're making it fair to everybody. We have a new course that's going to be released this year. It is Mastering Indian Weddings. We're so excited about that. And we still have instructor opportunities. If you are interested, reach out to either Veronica or myself. We'll give you additional information on that. And I've already talked to you about our mentorship program and event experiences. So when you're a part of the mentorship program, if any of the mentors allow you to work with them and you can get to them, you can learn a lot of the behind the scenes and on the day experience. So we're pretty excited about that mentorship program. It was pretty successful this year. So as I said before, we start our second cohort in March. Again, we're only taking 10 people. So I need you to go ahead and register for that. And I think I'm done, Veronica.
Yes, there was one question though. For
Okay.
the accredited coaching sessions, where do they go to sign up?
It's on our website, I mean on our event list.
Yeah, you'd
You can
sign
go
up,
to the
go to
website
the web page.
under education.
Yeah, awesome. And I believe there was one other question. Myrna said, do you have to have the first two completed before attending the accredited webinars?
You have to be a professional in order to in order to take the accountability coaching circle. You have to be ready to move to accredited and be ready to move to master. So it really is for professionals and accredited. And I
Awesome.
also, Veronica, I also sent emails out to accredited professionals and accredited about the accountability circle. So they should have that information. I sent that email before Christmas.
Awesome. Again, just don't hesitate to reach out. All of our emails and everything are on the website, and then we'll post them also at the end of the webinar for you too. Awesome. Now I'm going to transfer everything over here to Miss Lois, who will go through our new membership experience. Well, not new, really, huh, Lois? Revised,
our
maybe.
enhanced, our enhanced membership experience.
That's
Good
right.
afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to, start off by talking, both about what's new and what's improved. First off, our updated membership directory. You're aware, because Shelby just told you about the multiple membership levels that we have, recognizing your status in the organization as well as in the industry. But in case you weren't paying attention, they are registered, certified, professional, accredited, and master. And that goes for both planners and vendors. So we're not leaving anybody out. In our updated membership directory, our top 3-tier memberships are posted. If you are a professional, accredited, or master wedding planner, you are now featured. We're assuming that these are persons who have completed hours of education, and we know that one because you have to prove it, and have shown dedication to the industry. For our registered and certified members, this is an opportunity for your upward mobility in the organization. As we increase our media presence with both potential clients and the wedding industry, the member directory will become more beneficial for networking and outreach. Wedding Planner magazine submissions and podcast applications and blog features. We've improved our Wedding Planner magazine visibility with a new, more organized digital look. The magazine is still available in hard copy if that's what you want. Contact the office for details, or look in Wedding Planner magazine and get information. The recordings for our new podcast began last year. More details will be given about that shortly. Our blog continues to provide trendy conversations and information. If you're not checking it out, that means you're missing the opportunity to submit something and get some visibility. Trendsetter Award program began last year, and this was to recognize leaders both in the association and in the wedding industry. We've created this Trendsetter Award program. Some of the first awards of this category were presented at 2025 WOW Conference. Again, we are shining a light on some of the industry's finest. With our travel benefits and partnerships there, our travel education as a business benefit was expanded to include new partners. We feel that a part of the total wedding planning includes hotel room blocks and honeymoons. Our members should be able to include these revenue opportunities as part of their businesses should they choose. Side note, for every hotel room that I book, I use the ABC IATA number. You can do that too. So if you don't want to do honeymoons and you don't want to do room blocks, do it for yourself. That's extra money. Take that extra money, put it toward your membership for next year. There's lots of ways to keep you in the pot. With our corporate partners, we've reviewed our relationship with larger corporations and are taking a look at products and services that fit between the vendor category and the corporate category. And so we've created the small business category, allowing for corporate partner growth in that area. So go to the website, check it out, see what small business category is all about. Looking at Veronica, our leadership and local engagement. In 2025, we made the initial steps toward changing our model to include chapters in 2026 and 2027. This will allow more member voice in local states. I will speak a little bit more about that as we go along. Our chapter development, as previously stated, will allow our memberships to have more autonomy and expanded growth. And we're looking to create chapters in 2026. Each chapter will have a president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, events chair, membership chair, social media chair, and student liaison. We are currently soliciting member interest in this area. Training begins on January 15th. Previously, those who were leading the states were referred to as state managers. They will now be referred to as state directors, with each state having a leadership team. This will allow for a smoother transition from the old model to the newer model of chapter development. All members are eligible to help build their local states. The goal is that in each state, we will have 30 members. And as a matter of fact, that's a requirement to move from just a general state to a chapter. We can do this. The vast number of wedding professionals is both large and wide. And we're only tapping the surface of those who happen to be members of the Association of Bridal Consultants. Let's face it, we offer the best education and networking opportunities. Why not extend our ABC family within our own ABC members? So I'm calling on all of you to please reach out, look at the professionals that are in your area who are not at an ABC meeting, and invite them to become a part of the family. If you're interested, please contact your state director or contact me at culture@abcweddingplanners.com. We want to include you in our upcoming training. And I'll repeat, it starts next week, Thursday, January 15th. So that means you need to get in touch with us real soon. Thinking about your engagement opportunities, I have to stop for a moment and talk about my personal journey with ABC. And I can honestly state that my membership with the Association of Bridal Consultants increased my personal development and my business development. I've served on committees. Now we have events committees, membership committees, social media committees. You will gain exposure by participating as I have. In the past, we didn't have quote unquote committees. You had to just step up. Well, now you can step up and be a part of a group. You will gain exposure by participating just like I did. The volunteer roles give you visibility in the community. I've written articles in the past. It is better to gain publicity by editorial. You don't always have to advance by writing a check. Write a story. The story gets seen. People that you don't think are seeing you will see you. Veronica just mentioned that there were 5,000 eyes on the last Wedding Planner magazine. I'm sure many of you don't know more than 100 of the eyes that have seen them. So here's your opportunity to put yourself out there, because in the past, when I did that, that's when I got interest from other entities that were outside of just ABC to write or present or to get referrals. So these are opportunities that are there for you. We all have a voice. Let's use it. And I know we all have a voice, because when something's wrong, trust me, we hear from you. So we know you have a voice. But think about our podcast. We are the leaders, and let's show our talent and knowledge. And one of the opportunities, one of the greatest opportunities, is to be a speaker at our annual WOW conference. We've improved the opportunity to submit your topic. It's been opened up earlier than normal. Usually it was like February before the invitation was extended. We extended the invitation to be a speaker, right before conference, as a matter of fact. So if you have a topic that you feel may be of interest, I can't guarantee that it'll be accepted, but I can guarantee that you have the opportunity to submit it. And if you're too shy for the big stage, we need speakers for our monthly webinars and our quarterly workshops. Don't leave Shelby hanging. Let her have some people to choose from. So submit your topics. Whatever level of membership you have, you are paying for the opportunity to belong. So I want you to use any and all of the opportunities presented to you and your business so that you can be seen locally and that you can be seen by the wedding industry, all from the opportunities the Association of Bridal Consultants provides for you. Together, we can grow and we can shine. And at the end of the day, we can prosper. I'm done.
I love that. That was great, Lois. Let me see if we have any questions here real quick. No, they're laughing though. They love it. Awesome. And here we go. All right. So I'm going to go through the travel piece because Nicole is not able to be with us today. So I get to do it. And I love ABC Travel too, because I love traveling. So as you know, we have a lot of benefits in romance travel with destination weddings, honeymoons, vacations. We have room blocks, US-based room blocks for your clients and your weddings. We have members who really only book their own travel, which is perfectly fine. It saves you some money. But really new for 2026 will be fam trips and partner support. So you'll see a lot more of that from several different entities, and I'll let that, lay there. Two of them we actually already announced last week. ASTA is a great advocate for travel agents and advisors, great in education. They do a fantastic conference, and it's a discounted rate that they're offering our ABC members. And then Travel Leaders. So Travel Leaders is a consortia, and they actually give us more commission for being a part of it. It is usually a pay for play, but Travel Leaders offered it to ABC at no cost. So you can become a member of Travel Leaders at no cost. The information is on our blog, and it was emailed out to all of those who have signed the IC agreement. So I would definitely, become a part of them. They actually yesterday we sat in on a training because room blocks, they're slow to pay. And ASTA and Travel Leaders are working together to slow that timeline down. And yesterday I submitted all of our old payment information, the room blocks that haven't paid, like 2024, beginning half of 2025. And they are taking those and they are going to get those paid for us. So I am really happy about that one and these new partnerships with them. Travel Leaders also, for those of you who do cruises, I know there's a couple of you on the call right now. They have a great, it's called Empower, where all of the cruises, you can, put them side by side for your clients. So definitely, take some time and look into that. And then, of course, we have the travel webinars. Next week is the Marriott Cancun, where World of Weddings will be held. So you definitely want to sign on to that one, learn a little bit about the resort. And then in the fourth week, we have the Passport to Profits webinar where Nicole will actually be going through, if you haven't started selling travel through ABC yet, that's a great place, to go ahead and start or refresh, and learn maybe a little something new. All right. So travel by the numbers, paid out to members. We paid out $145,000 to 353 members. Holy smokes. So that's an average of $400 per member that we're paying you. We don't make much money off of these things. So, it's a huge benefit for you all. In travel commissions, we're just a little bit shy. So revenue-wise, we paid out to members $143,000 to 36 members. Do you see that gap? We have to smaller that. That's $3,000, almost $4,000 that we paid out to 36 people for booking travel. We hit that $1 million mark. So it's $1 million in revenues. That doesn't include what you pay for the room part. So you can kind of get an idea of how much money you're leaving on the table if you're not participating. The other thing too is, I know it's a lot of work with the room blocks, and I thought I saw Michelle Barrero from Florida on the call. It is a lot of work, but if you don't want to do it, reach out to another member. Let them do that for you and let them earn that commission. It is an added benefit for your clients because you can tell them that you could do this for them at no charge. And if you don't want to do the same with travel, reach out to another member that's doing it. Ask questions, attend some of the webinars. And Nicole sets up one-on-one meetings all the time. So get in on that. All right. And then let's see here. So again, we hit the $1 million. We will have trip opportunities. The Bahamas is coming back as one. I know we sent some members last year, and we'll be sending some more members this year. They pay for, your hotel rooms and stuff. You guys just have to pay for your flight to get there. We are working on updating the ABC online supplier directory. We are trying to get some of the suppliers to be able to for you to register yourself rather than us do it. So you'll see a lot of movement on that within the next, 30, 60 days. We did start an ABC Travel private Facebook group and a separate travel blog. So that blog will probably get a lot more information on it as we, add suppliers and stuff. All of the information will be there as to what you need to do to sell that and be educated to sell it. Again, the travel focused webinars every other Wednesday. The ABC IADWP partnership was announced at World of Weddings. And that first Synergy Summit will be on March 11th. And let me tell you, you do not want to miss it. It's phenomenal. Nicole, and Kitsia from IADWP have been working really hard on, getting good speakers for that and creating a great flow. So you'll see a lot of newness there. And then the increased benefits through Travel Leaders Network is really spectacular. And those checks through Travel Leaders also do not go to ABC in any way, shape, or form. That extra 1 or 2% commission, or if it's a specific dollar amount, goes directly to you, the agent. So definitely get on there, take advantage of that. All right. And that new, designation that Shelby was hinting at is the Destination Wedding Planner track. So February 1st, you will see on the website all of the details on how to, do another points grid. I don't want to see any boos in the chat, but it'll be a points grid. And to go ahead and earn the certified through master designation levels for the Destination Wedding Planner designation. Shelby has wedding webinars Wednesdays, and we have destination. So awesome. So definitely take advantage of that. World of Weddings, it is our flagship conference. This year it's global because we'll be in Cancun at the wonderful Marriott Cancun. And wait till you see this place. It's absolutely beautiful. So, of course, it will hold education, recognition, and advocacy. It will be the debut for the Trendsetter Awards, which I know I am really excited about. I've been wanting something for many, many years. We will have internship and leadership opportunities, for a World of Weddings. If you wanted to work on, the committee, the WOW committee, or if you wanted to just intern and help, we do have a lot of students. So we want to make sure that we offer that to them. Nicole is working on pre and post FAMs. So we're going to do them 2 levels. For those of you that sell travel, we're going to have, venue tours of other local, AI facilities. And then we'll have something fun like maybe to visit Tulum or something for those of you who don't sell travel. And then, of course, spouses, families are welcome. It is a family-friendly resort. Just the education, we got to focus, we got to learn. And then more pre and post activities. So it'll be a lot of fun, very different. The Trendsetter Awards, I'm really excited about, and we'll talk a little bit more about those in a few. All right. So the podcast launches January 15th. I'm excited about a lot of things. Can you tell for 2026? The podcast is great. We've had more applications than I anticipated there. So have scheduled recordings. Last year there are 4 more recordings that are happening this month. So you'll see a lot of activity on the podcast. The website already has the podcast listed on there. On the 15th, the first episode will go ahead and air. So you got to come back and visit for that. But there's also an application there. So if you want it to be on the podcast, you just fill out that form. Please fill it out in its entirety. And then we will be in contact with you after. So definitely keep your eye out. Oh, and it is actually on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all of those things. So it's all over the place. Wherever you listen to podcasts, you can Google ABC Weddings Unveiled and you'll see it. All right. So to the Trendsetter Awards. Don't you love that logo? Where the best inspire the rest. Awesome. So important dates. February 1st, important date for a whole lot of reasons. The destination designation, and then the Trendsetter Awards. The applications will open on that day. Right now, you can go to the website under World of Weddings, click on the Trendsetter Awards. All of the awards are listed there, along with the qualifications for each. There is no button to apply just yet. I don't want any early birds jumping in there. So on February 1st, those buttons will pop up or be able for you to click on. Right now, you just read the information, gather all the documentation that you need before you can submit. The deadline is July 31st. The nominees will be announced on September 1st. And the announcements on winners will be at the World of Weddings. And you must be present to win. So if you apply, please plan to attend. Awesome. Now I'm going to go to questions because I know there's going to be a whole bunch. Michelle Renee. Yes, please resubmit your Wedding Planner Magazine article. We did have a transition, so I don't know when you might have sent that. All right. And yeah, Myrna, I got you. Jen said everyone should be an ASTA member if you're selling travel. They are amazing. They really are amazing. You know, one thing I learned in my career is every association becomes a part of your business, and you can be a part of more than one because they fill the holes of something else. Like ABC always filled the hole of one, making me money, and relationships. You know, other associations may have filled a hole at, you know, maybe clients, you know, or legal education or something more local, women's empowerment, all that stuff. But ASTA is really great. They do a lot of the legalities for travel. So if you're really into it and really want to make sure that you're doing things right, ASTA is fantastic. And they have a lot of local chapters. Where needs to go? All right, no questions about the Trendsetter Awards. Shame on y'all. Shame on you. But I put the award list here. So we have our signature awards, our Heart Award. It's not going anywhere ever. Emerging Member of the Year, Rising Star as a student. Same emerging member, but a student member. We have different wedding professional awards. You can kind of read through those and check the website for details. Also, the travel awards, which is what we announced at 2025 World of Weddings. And then we have some upcoming chapter awards. Now, this is all we could handle. We were going to start with 8 awards, and it blew up to like 20 something, 21, I think it is. So we may do more in future, but right now for 2026, this here is what we got. All right. So again, media and visibility for members, Wedding Planner Magazine. I mean, why not write an article, submit a real wedding? For the real weddings, even if we don't print them in the magazine, we put them on our blog. So your wedding is going to get seen either way. The podcast is great. Members do not have to pay for any of this. Remember that. Again, blogs and newsletters. If you want to, you know, I send a monthly newsletter on the 1st of every month. If you want to put something in there, just tell me. Let me know. And then, of course, the recognition through the Trendsetter Awards. And wait till you see those actual awards. We went through and already designed them because it was a lot of fun. But definitely check them out. And then some things about what's coming in 2026. Stronger standards in advocacy. So we are always pushing, and I know Jen Ball gets put in Facebook jail quite a bit, you know, for the stronger standards part, but we are definitely going to do that. And you'll see that probably a little sooner rather than later. We made some blogs that are out on our ABC blog right now to answer a lot of what Jen posts. So to keep her out of Facebook jail, maybe she could copy and paste. But I'm gonna make some more than there too. The expanded education. So we have the Mastering Indian Weddings coming out. We have one on mental health, hopefully going to be released in 2026. Definitely more strategic partnerships. Through us going out to Cater Source, Wedding MBA, and you know, talking with other associations, like creating alliances. There's really a lot of opportunity for our members out there. So we're going to grab all of it that we can for you. Enhanced leadership development, that's through our chapters. You know, our members, I feel, you all are the best. And, you know, it's time for you to spread your wings, show them why you're the best, and then help them become better. Create member visibility. So we are working on ways to figure out how to get you guys some leads. So I am going to be meeting with some PR companies to kind of help with that. More travel opportunities and benefits, more PR, from ABC and its members. The podcast is going to be phenomenal. The awards, we are going to go through a website update. So Brian Lawrence, one of our corporate members, is going to help us kind of reorganize what we have to make it a little bit more user friendly, and hopefully too to start bringing in couples for all of you. So your membership card when you sign into your account is very important. If it is not updated, make sure you get it updated today. All you have to do is sign in. You can add your logo, your social media, because once we get that going and it's a wheel that's rolling, you want to make sure you're on it. Couples aren't going to click on anything that's not updated, and you want them to make sure that they're able to reach you. We are starting the Advisor Legacy Council. So Jerry Monahan is actually going to head that up. They are going to meet once a quarter. So we are going to send out invitations, probably not next week, but the week after, to go ahead and get that started. And their first meeting will be middle of February. So you got a whole lot of new coming. And then all the other stuff is still, going to remain the same. It's not changing. So definitely, reach out. Membership is not passive. You get out what you put in. So I definitely want to see, more folks on our Wednesday webinars and, coming to conference. Well, Jen says, since nominations have to attend awards dinner, will they have a slight discount rate to attend, especially them and their spouse attend? Okay, so let me explain something to you. Conference doesn't make us any money. We pay a lot of money for conference. Like it hurts my heart right now to think about it. Aaron, I'll tell you how much, we don't make any money. Over the last 2 years, we've probably lost about $80,000 in conference. So it is at cost, less tax and decor and all that kind of stuff. So it won't be any less. However, spouses that attend or significant others, friends, family, whoever, it's not a very significant fee. So it's $300. If they attend, they get all the same benefits that you do, including attending opening reception, closing night. Right now, the cost of WOW, I believe it went up $100, so it's $19.99 if you didn't sign up before January 1st. Awesome. So how you should get involved? I know Lois went through a bunch of it, but we're going to reiterate it again because we really need members to start doing some of these things. Take a course. We have webinars. We have our YouTube channel. Start watching them. Increase your designation. Shelby talked about, moving to accredited master. McCall here every day, all day is available to increase from certified and professional. All you have to do is call. Attend the Wednesday webinars. Sign up online. They're always there. Volunteer to speak at the conference or on a webinar. We have other speaking opportunities now also with CaterSource and special events, and potentially a few others. So definitely, stay in the loop. Write a blog or an article for the magazine. Submit your real weddings. Join a committee, council, or leadership. Volunteer to be on a chapter leadership team. Become an educator or speaker. Or I said that like twice, the speaker. But become an educator, so teach teach the courses, sell travel, attend a FAM, get on the podcast, nominate yourself or someone else for a Trendsetter Award. The Trendsetter Awards are open to non-members in certain categories. So like the Rising Star, is an ABC member specific one, but Best Wedding could go to anybody. And then, of course, attend World of Weddings. Awesome. And the entire vision for 2026, kind of all summed up, is to serve as a global standard setting and advocacy leader for the wedding industry, elevating professionalism through education, protecting ethical business practices, amplifying the voice of wedding professionals, and creating a connected, respected, and sustainable future for planners worldwide. I know that's huge. Awesome. And Donnell said, how do individuals know that they are nominated? You will be notified if you are nominated. Michelle said, who can nominate? Anyone. Anyone can nominate. Members, non-members, family members, whoever wants to nominate is more than welcome. FAM trip information is not published on the website. So when we do FAMs, we pick the folks that sell travel first because they're going to be the ones to benefit the most. And then if you've been interested and have signed the IC agreement and all that, and we have extra spaces, then we reach out to the group that have signed that IC agreement. So to be compliant with all of our sellers of travel licenses, we can't have somebody that has not signed that IC agreement travel, because if something happens to you, then we would be liable for that. Oh, and Lois put the Trendsetter link up there for you guys. So overall, please stay connected, stay engaged, and just keep growing. Awesome. Does anybody have any questions? You can unmute if you'd like. Am I so quiet? Oh, and Lois said the name of the blog is The Notebook. So if you go to the member portal on the website, scroll down to the notebook, I think it's like the second button on the right, you'll see all of the blog posts there, and can scroll through those. Awesome. All right. Well, I won't keep you any longer. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out and let us know. I will go ahead and put, I'll start with Nicole's email in the, so if you want to move to certified professional, that's who you would contact. It's Nicole, me. I think Lois had said hers, but I'll put hers in there. It's culture@abcweddingplanners.com. And Shelby is education@abcweddingplanners.com. And Nicole, hers pretty explanatory, travel at abcweddingplanners.com. And Erin's is conference at abcweddingplanners.com. Awesome. And the office number, in case you want to call. We like talking to people too. Awesome. Great. Thelma, Happy New Year to you too. Wonderful. All right. Well, you ladies, there's no gentleman on here, right? Yep. Then have a great rest of your day, and I will look forward to seeing you all soon. All right. Bye-bye.